Alright guys, expanding my horizons here a little bit I guess. I just want to show you some of my other tanks here in the house. I know I've been primarily focusing on the 300 gallon African cichlid tank, but here is one of my other tanks. I have a total of 4 tanks in this house. This one is a 90 gallon saltwater reef tank. It's not really stocked that heavily with corals. I'm not really, I don't know, I'm kind of more into the African cichlids these days than I am the saltwater. Saltwater fish are nice, they're colorful obviously, and everyone who comes over is all about the saltwater fish, of course. And they're great. The maintenance is probably the same, or actually maybe even easier than the cichlids are, believe it or not. Everyone thinks that the saltwater guys are more difficult, but it's not really true. It kind of runs itself, this tank. It's a 90 gallon tank, overflow with a 30 gallon sump underneath. I built the tank, I built the stand and the canopy all myself. It's kind of hard to see in the video here, but it's kind of it's a blue color with a kind of a distressed look, I guess you can call it. A little step from my son there, he loves to watch the fish. So I wanted to do something different, so I went with this blue color. I painted it. That's kind of a good shot there of what it actually looks like. And then the canopy top itself. And then brand new Kessel X 360s or 360X Kessel lights, fully programmable. I've got them on the sunrise, sunset, all that fun stuff. Super bright. Just endless functions with them. So here's one of my power panels, if you want to call it that. Got a whole mess going on down here. The sump, I need to get around to cleaning it and just giving it a little TLC. I've got a whole bunch of stuff under here. You can't really see it. I'll turn the light on here, but just reactors and all that fun saltwater stuff. Protein skimmer, filter socks, of course. Refugium, auto top off, all that fun stuff. So that's the saltwater setup. Like I said, it's great. The fish are awesome, super colorful. But I've kind of gotten away from the saltwater stuff and going more towards the freshwater. I don't know what it is. I like the freshwater. People at my local fish store think I'm crazy, but that's okay. So that's just what I like, but this is just one of my other tanks. The other 2 tanks, I have a 120 gallon African cichlid tank in another room, or downstairs actually. And that is actually just a grow out tank, as you can see in my other video or videos of it. And then I have a 40 gallon breeder tank that I primarily am just using as a quarantine tank right now. So this tank, like I said, it's a 90 gallon tank, but we are going to upgrade it to at least a 150 because we have, the room here on both sides really. Pan out and show you. We have the room for a 150 easily. So it'll actually go right to this trim. I measured it out. So it actually fit perfectly there. I'm almost thinking about a 220 just for that extra depth, front to back depth. So I may end up just going that route. If I'm gonna put a 6-foot tank there anyways, I might as well make it count and go with the 24 inches front to back instead of the 18, but we'll see what happens. It's just another project I wanna do. I'll get the tank here probably within the next month or so. I just have so many other things I'm doing right now, whether it's on the other tanks or the house itself. So I'll get around to it and I'll keep you guys updated. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep the saltwater or if I'm gonna go with a whole new African cichlid setup. Probably be a 220 gallon tank. Have the 220 in here and have the 300 in the other room. This tank, as you can see, will go around the corner here. Still have all my Christmas stuff up. Shame on me to take that down. And then here's the 300 gallon tank in this room. So just right around the corner from each other, and then the other 2 tanks are right downstairs. So got a full house of tanks, but you can never have too many tanks, I guess, right?